So hi, new look. So welcome to another Tuesday weekly summit. So I'm having it's currently 4:34, and these days I'm actually having pre-dinner slash lunch situation, if you can just tell. So yeah, I'm actually not sitting on sofa, but here it is. So today is basically 18th of June. I am. I had this one very hearty conversation. This whole week was a bit on an edgier side. So a little breakdown of what's happening these days is just as you know, I have been living in Delhi for almost 3 months now. By the way, look at this this classes I got earlier this month. My sister got me these classes, so I'm so happy. And I think certainly I have lost few questionable, I won't say weight, but limbs have been good because I have been trying this one thing, actually eating maybe once or twice. I'm just trying to eat in moderation, as you know, but at the same time, I'm actually trying to eat in not anything after 6 p.m., which I have said when because the fact you are seeing me this swallow because I actually watched Penthouse, one of the K dramas which I still get because it has suspense, it has misery, and it has storytelling. And I don't know, something about this drama just haunts me to the spine. But still, I watch it. It's my guilty pleasure, and I think this is after Reply 1988 or True Beauty, like this kind of shows. I can just watch it. But Penthouse, watching 3 seasons and completing just freaking one whole season yesterday, actually 14 plus episodes. I think I have done it for a while. So yeah, I just binge watched a lot of things. Not only that, I certainly took stance and I just like I wanted to take matters in my hand. So I made this 3 months batch to get into Google and actually trying to like learn AI engineering and everything, because for the fact like I know a bunch of stuffs but I don't know the depth of the stuffs. And to get a job you have to know the T principle, right? That you have to go to the depth than the horizontal scopes. But for the fact I don't actually know it, and I had like last week I literally got collected with one of my ex co-worker. I will try to say him that he's a good friend or mentor, you can just say. He's like 1 year elder than me, and I just happened to actually have a lot of things going on and was questioning. And I was like, oh, I think I should head back home because nothing is actually happening. So he just like we were on Google Meet, and I was like, because he is not in India, like he's outside of India, the Google Meet was the only possible thing we could have, and felt like more like a corporate setting because he used to be one of my ex-employer friend. So yeah, the fact is crazy that I literally had worked him with only 1 to 2 week only because he left earlier. Then further on, I found it in my internship era. So yeah, but I'm so happy it did happen. And then we were just talking about what life is all about. He is also kind of trying to get better at his things, and I think for the fact I really understood that no one is actually aware of what they are doing. I'm just loud enough because I certainly know that I don't want to be missed out on certain things. That's why. By the way, I'm just trying to hold my double chin because I think I look very like this angle itself is just, this is the perfect angle we could just go for, but this angle itself is making me so unreal sometimes. So let me just go to it. Yeah, this is so much better. So yeah, whatever I was saying that we just happened to have this conversation, and I was just trying to have a conversation with him about what the life is all about. And I was like, oh, I should get back home. I didn't say that I should get back home, but I was just like, so he just asked me simple questions that what are the jobs you're targeting. I was like, I really want to work in Google. I don't know for how long, I don't know where it came from, but I really want to crack the Google job. And for the fact that I have gotten the bachelor's in computers, at the same time, I have been jobless in the paper for almost 6 months for now, like almost in 8 months. So, like, this whole freaking year, okay? And even if I just go, so I think it's gonna make a lot of mess. And I really, for the fact, I really went again to the path of not having tech just because I could just earn that 20 to 30k. job. But again, ignoring the fact of how it will ruin my mental health or the expenses and everything. It's just like I have to be there because this is the one philosophy. And it's a bit TMI, but my family is just like they are happy to support me. There's nothing like a pressure like that. But just because I know that they are also financially like supported me this year, so I really want to take matters in my hand, and I really want to question myself that if I just say I want to work in Google, to what instance, what are the things I provide to Google, like what are the things I can bring up to Google. So I am actually thinking about doing a 90 days challenge. I know I have failed miserably 3 to 4 times doing the 75-hour challenge. I seriously think that I need to get a hold of myself. So I think it's a classic 90-day challenge. It's basically the 3 months dedications where I actually focusing the 5 major wins of my life. That is a being cutting off the negativity. I don't care what negative aspirations I have been, or by the way, I'm just like watching the random. It's I will not show you, okay. So it's just a random YouTube video, and I actually pretty much started with having this, and I was like, okay, so where I was. So you see that this is the mental clarity thing that I just lack these days. So I am actually focusing on the major 5 wins, focusing it. This is actually the major 3 wins basically. I know for the fact that if I just do the 1 2 things in my life will be like so streamlined. It does not have to be perfect, but I lacked the clarity, and most important that I lacked the power of not being okay. That because I have always been someone who was always guided, or someone who was always there. So I am focusing on the mind, the negative aspects, whatever is holding me back. To the point, I'm also focusing on getting a job in the next possible 3 months, because I wanna not be jobless. Okay, I don't care what 9 to 5 is all about. I don't care if AI engineering. I'm gonna learn it. The biggest animal I have found myself is that if I just be consistent, just even consistent, like I be on frequent one of those days, I know for the fact it's gonna be legit good. Like you don't care, but India or whatever the world will get the top 1% of AI engineer from me. I can assure you. But the fact that I am not actually okay with myself, because I always break that promise, that wrong promise, and no one is asking me to make that promise, but I make a promise on a random Tuesday, let's just say on Monday yesterday, and I break it. So today again that shit happened, that I actually woke up, I kind of planned everything. I did a lot of like 2 hours of deep work, literally 2 hours. I actually sat down, did the my normal prayers, whatever I do, a little bit of house this and that, but I didn't actually take care of a lot of things, because I think sometimes it's good to actually live in mess, like let it be, like I can just do it. But I just really just wanted to, and I just sat here at this place, and I just whole program the whole freaking next month, or how this month's gonna be ending, like on the next 2 week of weekly planner. And that's why I love that cloud or AI, or all these AI chat GPTs or whatever. They are just good when you are trying to make a planner, because earlier what you will do, you used to do it right. And I did it for the 12. It was good. Then I got hungry because I just sat there, and yesterday, mind you, I just slept around 5ish a.m. Okay, and I just woke up at 10, so it's not even a good start. But I didn't want it to be cooked, and because I woke up with having 1100 something credited to my account, which my mom sent me, because yesterday night I had this one conversation with my mom, and I was telling her how I'm trying, but you can't really talk about your trying phase when you know certain way that you are not happy with your trying phase, because you know that this is not your 100%. The fact that I chose to watch that 16-hour K drama, it was somewhere feasible. I am not blaming myself not of watching it, but I'm actually blaming because I'm not doing it just because I had a whole freaking bunch of week of work and I was so stressed and I just wanted to relax it. Because I lack the clarity, that's why I did it. I don't want to sugarcoat myself. I know it's just getting me there, but it's just like that. And I just happened to have a conversation with her last night, and I was telling her, and by the time we were just talking, I just realized that I told something like, because just because we were not meant to be this perfectly, upbringed, we always have been treated like a queen or princess. So it's very hard to be like, like earning on your own and doing stuffs. And she was just saying that, oh, you know what, it's okay, no one is asking you to do it. I know you're doing it. Because living is survival, but if you're just surviving and the art of not doing it, such a boredom task. Because I have realized that if I work for even 2 hours, I am so amazed at how much work I can get it done in those 2 hours, and this just be relaxed. But I don't even want that life where I just work for 2 hours and just spoil my 22 hours. I don't want that. So that fact, I even could not say that, okay, what is Python? I know what is this and that, and no, how I'm gonna earn money. I know that I wanna get a job, but what the job? What are the skills? So I'm never focused. I never felt the importance of functional upbringing or functionality, right? On a breakdown functional level, we are talking about. And the fact that I always struggle with the interviews or with the connections, because when I'm not done the deep work, I'm not confident. Like, I'm definitely someone who believes that if you have enough information and if you've done it in, like a lot of time and a large amount of time, such that it just becomes the art of doing it and you love it, like cooking. Okay, I have been cooking for the last times, and I think I that needed me, because I get to know that, oh, I love creating hobbies. I love to stay at home and doing stuff or cooking. I love it, exploring it. But I didn't have the money to buy it, because I had the 1100 with send me. It just got me. I just cried this time while I was just doing my shower routine. And if you have ever cried in a shower, first day in the morning, my eyes were stinking because last day, and I was just like cursing at the same time. I was just like grateful, but at the same time I was like, what is happening? And I just felt this urgency. That's why I sat down 2 hours. Cut short after 12 p.m. I literally had this, and I actually went back to my phone, and again that's the same look, doom scrolling, doom shutting, and I was like, then I went back to bed, and I was like, from 12 to 4 we are cooked, and I instantly woke up around 4, just because I felt like, oh, I should wake up. And then I realized, oh, what is happening? This is the another day, but it's not ending like what I have imagined it. And I know it's very to ask for a one day. I don't even want that, because I know the importance of consistency. I have done it, but it have been almost 5 years that I have ever gotten serious with anything. And I would like to quote it, almost more than 5 years that I have ever gotten serious. The only last time I was serious was in my class 10th, and forever has everything has changed. You can call out on every other things, like I didn't even know how to win friends or influence people, cutting short people or letting people manipulate me. I have manipulated people, or just like I have seeked certain pleasure of, like, like getting hosted, not getting hosted, what he or she thinks about me, what my high schoolers will think about it. But the fact that I cry these days, the fact that I wake up with having no plans, the fact that there's no one right now and I'm talking to the camera, because I know the future me will see this and be so freaking proud that I took this step. Or the fact that I'm doing with the mega influence of what, 10 million, 20 million people? I don't even know, okay? So the fact that everything is so cooked right now, and the fact that I am actually having this 4 ramen, 2 eggs ramen, because I don't actually want to stuff myself. I'm not that hungry even to begin with, but I think I should eat something, because I think it gets me. If I'm not eating something, it just gets me there, okay? And I will just get out now, get down and just do some work, get down and be in certain pages or something, and get down there and do some work. I'm gonna do it, okay? But this is not the part we are talking about. This is all the journey, the maths we have been dealing with. So yeah, I'm actually focusing on that, and I actually wanna make it a document series. I really wanted to go for the 90 days challenge one, where I can just record it. But I think the art of creating in 90s, I love this horizontal layout. I actually rolled it, like yesterday I was just kind of sitting, and I actually, when I was planning all this, and I realized that I love everything in this horizontal aspects rather than just talking, me talking to camera and everything. It's just because I most of the time this sees everything horizontally. Very less of the times we see it from top to down, like this, like talk to people like, oh yeah, like this. We always see like this, right? The whole both eyes. So I really love this layout. So when I was telling about the 9 months 90 days challenge, I was telling about the constant 90 days, because I don't want this, weekly videos to just be like, oh, here's the summit. I did this is the same thing. No, this has to be something different. There has to be something new, add up. There has to be something like, let's just say I'm building a project, so there has to be update on that. Or let's say when I said that I want to crack the Google, so it is what it is. Because a cook like me can crack Google, so you better know that the whole resources and all the videos and the egos is gonna come in the clock in. But I think I'm gonna take it from here, because I think I'm done, because the current situation is very 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 out there, because I have done it all out in my head. I really want to create this so that maybe anyone get influenced, and they can just see that, okay, what 6 months or 1 year of whole commitment, or even 3 months, even a freaking 21 days, because I for the fact has never been consistent for more than the 20, not even 7 days, right? So it just gets me there. So yeah. So so it is what it is. So let me first of all try it. I think it's just getting me there. And I think I have also seen one significant thing. I don't know. I don't want to be my own medical researcher, but it's kind of soggy. Mmm. 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 It's actually so good. This is the normal shin ramen, the kimchi flavored one. But this is so good. But I love the buldak. When I'm gonna be mega famous, because the fact I love food, I actually wanna work with all these brands like bulldog and like a lot of Asian brands, because I think I'm quite Asian palette like that. But not in Asian I talk about, but obviously Indian food is for when. But yeah. But it is so good. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that I'm feeling so sad that it was only the one packet my sister. Like my sister bought the carbonara flavor one and this one, and I think like earlier she bought it for one of my sister, but because she also loves the this kind of food, but she's more like, I'll save it for the next day. And last time when my other sister bought it for her, she literally bypassed the expiry date of that freaking package. Like, how could you? Like the food got expired and she could not even have it, and I was like, but I could not, right? So last time, I think last week, maybe 10 days back, I actually had made a midnight ramen with hard eggs. So it was great. It was like the very last I added, but I just like scrambled. It was supposed to be again that the edge was eggs has to be good one, but it's so crumbly, like it just I just mixed it last time because it was starting to get burned, okay, and this feeling. So yeah, that's why I never like to cook in this kind of pots. I love when it's like when I'm gonna have my kitchen, I'm gonna have all those utensils, the major utensils for the ramens and everything, the pots basically, that I'll have this one creator, that is Doobity Doo Tina, let's just call her because it's simple like that. So she has this like golden pot, so it's just so good. So yeah, it's so good. I'm so happy that I chose this decision. I'm instantly feeling so much better. And you know what, I literally nearly yesterday I actually took out all my artists because I really want to go to Sarojini and do some thrifting, because I think thrifting or shopping has always been my stress releaser whenever I'm having a lot of thoughts, I love looking at the pieces, the good pieces. So a part of me is actually very influenced by the clothes and everything, because whenever I just assume a part of me getting dressed up, I always look at her being very nicely dressed up. And I think when I nicely, I'm like, when you are not showing all part of your skin, but you're still hot, because the body is hot, the proportions are good, right? So yeah, that's why workout has to be there plans. So yeah, so nearly yesterday I just was like, oh, I'll just pack it out and just like I was instantly, but then I look at my bank balance and I was like, I started doing the calculation. I was like, oh my god, it will just take so much, because if I live like almost an edge of Delhi and Sarojini is again another edge, so it will almost take like 500 for the round trip itself. And I'm like, that's not a good math. So yeah, so I'll save that money to watch a F1 movie coming up this month. And obviously I'm actually very low on savings. I like my sisters and everyone. I don't want to be a bag itself. I will never ask for money. That's why I think I have decided that I'll go back to home just to save money. Because there's another thing that we want to lease out that apartment. I really thought that I could just get the job before I left the apartment, so that are 6 months of like I'll save it enough so that next 3 to 6 months, because I think I have learned from my personal experience. When I left my internship, it has almost been more than 6 months, and whatever savings I made has always led me, and the last month was the last time where I have used all of my savings. So you can just tell that I don't percent even more, like I have saved almost, let's just say 30K, and I was able to do it because I think as a 22-year-old me, I don't even think that I will require more than 20K, not even 20K. Like if I obviously edit down, if including the rent in itself and all the groceries, I think 20 to 30K, 25K is good enough for any top tier cities like Delhi. Because I don't think that if I have a budget of unless and until I have, like, even if in Bangalore or any other places or maybe in Delhi, until I have like more than you know a lack of salary, I will never be living in a apartment. I would always try to go for this. And since I have sisters, so I have like I'll rather live with them. But again, 3 BHK, 2 BHK. That's the main goal. So yeah. So we analyze out this one. So that's why. But I love the whole apartment. That's why these days I'm trying to create a lot of videos as well, and I'm gonna try to film a 22 lessons one video. This is gonna be again horizontal one with all the elements and all the prompts which I feel like, whatever I feel, the 22 lessons which all this basically not being 22, but all these quiet moments have told me. Because I think being unemployed or being left in between jobs, because now I'm certainly in corporate world, back in corporate world. So yeah, I know how's the hints of it and what are the no's, and I think certainly something did not rent right. Maybe the management was wrong, but the fact that my manager or whatever XYZ person in my life was like that, because I was not even a good inhabitor of saying that okay, this was bad. This feeling, like I was actually reading this one article this morning, and I just came across this saying that maybe your managers or maybe your seniors or maybe any work conflict it was, so I'll just make it generic. You can just make it generic from there. So if they are actually like this quite micro management towards you, or they're just like bitchy towards you, maybe just because it shows it shows their part of things, like their level of thinking, but it also shows that you are not even a good employee, or you were so easy to be targeted, or you were just easy to be manipulated. So this this is the Indian saying of like tali ek haath se nahi bajti hai. So yeah, mind you. But it's not out to calling out there. So yeah, this is the thing. I think I'll leave. The thing is that I think later this month, my sister, whose apartment I'm living in, she'll come here, and obviously she will try to shift out of here because her salary does not compensate with all these apartment features. And I think I'm actually finding a lot of icks in this apartment the moment I'm actually living. It's not even a beautiful apartment. I mean, it's beautiful, but the whole community, it sucks. Okay, this just lift does not work, and it's not bad, it's not good, I mean. So yeah, we are trying to move out, but I was like, okay, if you are trying to move out, so better find a place. But I don't know when I'm gonna step in. So I think she will come when she will able to do some house thing, and like there's some house priority tasks she must assume. So yeah, I'll take my time. By the time, obviously, I'll try to get in shape and everything, because, and yeah, I'll live for home. If not possible, I could live with her, because managing two people on the same money is quite hard. Even if I just say that I don't consume. Yesterday also, my when I was talking with my mom, a lot of things happened, and we was talking about how things didn't actually work. And I was talking about, oh, how I just didn't actually consumed a lot of money from her. But the art of actually, when she is in her late 20s and start of like soon to be late 20s, and I'm in the start of 20s, there's a conflict, don't doubt. And there are signs when you are even improvising. The fact that your uh, family are still supporting you is itself a major win, even if you say it or not. And rest everything has to be kept from you, and you have to win that back. And I think from last day conversation, and that outgrew the version. Still, I watched the K drama because I really wanted to get over the loophole, because you don't even know, I'm such sucker that, and it was maybe some suicidal something, so it was just getting me on the nerves. So that's why I just, you know that's why I don't really like a lot of crime related stuffs, or very spooky sentimental bitchiness. Like, I love when it's very cloudy, because these days I'm watching the Unbothered Soul from Park Boo-young, I think. I don't remember the names of Korean people, but that's how it's. But you know it, like the girl, she. So, but the cinematic and everything is good. So yeah, I love it. So I'm actually watching that one thing. So I think that's it for the report. I think that's all it's happening. For the report, yeah, I made the 90 days planner, and I'm committed that I'll just do it. Even not in the afternoon is good, the evening is not good. So I'll try to finish it up and go outside and do some work, niche basically, and maybe at night. So I'll just go do some work and we just get back and just do morning. But the fact that I have to just wake up tomorrow morning, because I'm actually trying to go and do some morning stuffs. Yeah, and I have to deep clean my everything as well. But tomorrow is Wednesday, Tuesday. I think tomorrow is Tuesday. Wait, let me see. Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday basically. So yeah, and I think we're good. That's it. I think that's it for the video. Let's see next time. Next Tuesday it is. So basically, what I'm doing, it is basically Wednesday when I'm recording. I actually forgot it's Tuesday. So see, we're not even aligned. But next Wednesday, let's see what new things are happening, what all the new stuffs are happening. I'm excited what life brings up to me, because every single time, I don't know, from last 5 months, 6 months, or 7 years almost, nothing has gone as our plan. And some of the days it just turned out great, because sometimes I feel like that all this, like earning money, buying stuff, materialistic buying stuff, it's also possible the moment you have money. Okay, that's a win. Second thing is that I actually want to be a good daughter, no cap, like no cap, and I just want to be proud of myself. I just want to show myself for the next 3 months, and that's it. And that was even the crux of it. So even if you don't watch the whole freaking video, just swipe to 29 minutes, and just that's the crux of it, that the whole 3 months begins now, because I want to get that job and I want to get it done. And I know that I people like me can't stop, like can't sit idle. they have to have something running in their head. And the moment I have a lot in my head, I'll be playing that play button and just recording it. So yeah, thanks for listening, and let's go. Let's live today, tomorrow, and be good person. Be kind. Bye bye.